Oh, no, that's not gonna work. Okay, so y'all just do the best you can. All right, so over here, down here is, I just put CH for childhood down here at the bottom. And if you look up here on the side of the screen, there's a B. And that's for blocked out. All right, so you're going to use an example at the forehead and above the head, the bright yellow. Okay, that is me. That's my personality. This is just my representation. Okay, best I could do. And I'm horrible at any kind of drawing, so you get a little bit better with this kind of thing. So that is me. That is my, I don't know. When you describe me to people, Lee, how would you describe me?
Passionate.
Passionate. There's my passions. We have triggers. Everybody has triggers, and that's where controlling your emotions and the work truly comes in. But this childhood trauma, this blacked out memories, blocked out things, but definitely childhood, is brought to the front of the brain. Now it has to be dealt with. And that's where it sucks. But this is how I explained it.
The base of our head, the first like vertebrae or whatever in the spine, called the spiritual gateway. And that's right with our subconscious as well. And so when we're wanting this connection to ourselves or spirit, because healing, it's like you don't have to focus on spirituality to heal, but it does bring you closer to yourself and to your authenticity, which I feel is connected to like where we come from spiritually. So it can activate that part of the brain, and it can bring all of that forward to start dealing with. Not just for the fact that like that energy space is activated, but also so we can help others as well through our own healing. But with that, as when I went through my spiritual awakening, it started with issues in the neck, actually, and it kind of
just don't. We have to sit in it. You just don't sit in it too long. Look, the way I dress on lives is not always the way I dress. I wore my yellow today. I specifically said I got my citrine on and stuff, and because it's a happy color, and I love red. We were talking about red, and
I told you I wear black. I always wear black.
Well, we could get into the color thing.
It's
really,
grounding.
like crystals, I'm told.
Every color holds like its own.
Get your dancing emoji. So. Get your dancing emojis. Y'all know we're going to raise this vibe up in here. Y'all get ready. This has been beautiful, but I want to do something. So y'all freaking rock. By the way, we are not done. We were fixing to do some connections, okay? But this mental health live has been beautiful, very educational. I hope it helps. You are not alone. Okay, you are not alone. And there's so many ways to do that inner child healing, that inner work. And again, that's just an example. But I will